fellow family, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to our Vlogmas series. Today I'm going to bring you a tasty idea for a somewhat picky eater maybe in your family. So it's that time of year, we've got Christmas treats going on, we've got parties going on, and usually what that brings is charcuterie boards or party trays like I grew up knowing them. And then of course you got hors d'oeuvres and all this sort of stuff. Now this day and age, you can have some picky eaters out there, and some kids are stuck on things like traditional foods, French fries, chicken nuggets, all that sort of stuff. So today I'm going to show you a very simple, very quick, and very easy way to make just that, a chicken nugget or a chicken tender that is super yummy and that you can put on your party tray for that picky eater in your family. Someone who just loves chicken tenders and won't eat anything else. This is an awesome way of doing that. I actually stumbled upon this way of doing it while trying to do a tempura. That's right, I kind of screwed up a tempura recipe and stumbled upon this way of doing it. So that being said, I'm going to show you guys how to make these chicken tenders to add to any party tray. And so let's go hop into the kitchen and get this thing started. Alright, so as you can see here, I've got my chicken all ready to go, and I'm just going to cut it into strip-like pieces, or I guess chicken tender type pieces. You could also cut them into cubes if you wanted more of a chicken nugget, but I'm going with the chicken tenders. So I'm just finishing up with the last of the chicken, and as you can see, they look nice and good to go. So next you're going to want to take at least about a cup of flour, and you're going to take those little pieces and you're going to stick them in the flour. Now you're probably wondering, why do I have chopsticks? Well, once I have all of the pieces in the flour, I'm going to use the chopsticks to kind of stir them around and get them evenly coated so my fingers don't get coated in the flour mixture. It's something my dad taught me many years ago when he taught me how to do different Chinese cooking recipes and stuff. When you are coating your chicken in soy sauce and corn flour to marinate it, this is how he taught me how to do it. So I'm just adopting that for the chicken recipe. So next, we're going to take about a cup of flour. Yep, there it is. And we're going to stick it in a clean bowl. Then we're just going to add some spices. We're going to add some smoked paprika, of course onion powder. Can't forget the garlic. A little bit of this honey barbecue spice rub. And just for good measure, a little bit of salt. You're going to want to whisk that all together so it's well combined and blended. Next, you're going to take an egg and add it to the mix. And about a cup of water. You want it to be a little bit thinner than a pancake batter at this point in time. If it's too thick, it will not cook right, and if it's too thin, it won't stick to the chicken. And then of course, I add a little bit of my secret ingredient, liquid smoke, just to give it that nice smoky flavor. But as you guys can see, it's a nice thin consistency, perfect to coat the chicken. So I'm going to grab these things and we're going to go head over to the oil and the stove. Be back in a second. Alright, so as you can see, I'm over at my stove now, and I've got my handy dandy thermometer. This is to make sure that the oil reaches the 350 degrees Fahrenheit it has to make sure that the chicken will cook properly and doesn't come out pink. And yes, you can see I don't have a traditional fryer. This is how I do it. So now I'm going to take my handy tongs and my chicken, and I'm going to stick it in the batter. But you want to make sure that you bounce off as much of the flour as possible, because obviously as you add the pieces to the batter will get thickened with all of that flour. Once you've got your first set of pieces in, just kind of flip them around and evenly coat them and let them sit while you wait for that oil to get to temperature. Alright, so as you can see, I've taken the thermometer off the side to check the middle of the oil, and sure enough, we're ready to go. So next, we're going to grab our handy dandy tongs again. We're going to pick up a piece of chicken, and we're going to bang off as much of the batter as possible. You want a thin layer of batter on your chicken. You don't want it too thick, because if you do it too thick, the batter won't cook right and the chicken will come out pink. So once you've done that, you just toss it in the oil and repeat the process. With a little bit of coffee-induced speed up, of course. I'd love to give a shout out to one of our subscribers. Last year, she sent me this handy dandy tool as a Christmas gift, and I get so much use out of it. You know who you are. Thank you so much for this awesome Christmas gift from last year. I use it in everything. And as you can see, I'm actually using it to stir the chicken around and make sure it doesn't stick together because you don't want it to. After about 10 minutes, that's right, you want to cook it for about 10 minutes, this is what you'll see. Nice, golden, and crispy. Once they're done cooking, you're going to want to remove them from the oil, get as much oil off as possible, and move them to a cookie sheet covered with a cooling rack. That way they can drip dry, or you could put them on a piece of paper towel and tamp them dry. Either way, you want to get as much oil off as possible so it doesn't make the outside too soggy. Also, you do not want to crowd your oil. You only want to cook a few at a time. And as you can see, we've come to the end of our batches. It took 3 batches to get them done, but we're finally there. And once again, this is an amazing tool. If you do not have one in your kitchen, I highly recommend it. Look on Amazon. But now it's time to show you the finished result. And there you guys have it. There are the chicken tenders all nice and done. Don't they look yummy? And trust me, they're nice and golden and crispy, and they're perfect with any kind of dipping sauce you might want. Barbecue, sweet and sour, a very good kid pleaser, that's for sure. And of course, this video wouldn't be complete without the taste test. I mean, just look at that. It was nice and juicy, flavorful and tender. Any kid, any adult will love them. Perfect for any party tray. We hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, think about giving it a thumbs up. It really does help us out. And if you're new here and you've checked out the channel, you've checked out the family, and you're enjoying not only Vlogmas, but the family togetherness that we bring you, then think about hitting that subscribe button. It's free and you can join our awesome CFL family. We're growing every single day and we love all of you and welcome anybody with open arms and open hearts. And if you are new here and you just hit that subscribe button, or if you are an OG and have forgotten to, don't forget to hit that notification button. It will let you know when we drop a new video all this month for Vlogmas and in the future. Because once Christmas is done, we have some exciting stuff coming up. We've got more cooking challenges, more family togetherness, and sooner or later, we will be planning a move. So to make sure you don't miss out on any of that family fun and chaos, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Well, that being said, I got a lot more Vlogmas to get up to, so I'll see everybody in the next one. Bye, everybody!